Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another broadcast here on the CranKy Ducklings. Welcome back to the very first edition, at least here, but the 7th edition of the Chicken King Grand Cup number 7, day 1. I'm, of course, just Live VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people just in the chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome one and all to the second broadcast of the day. We were live earlier this morning with the Enki show matches. We featured Clem versus Dark in a best of 9. We featured Hero versus Björn, also in a best of 9, and now we are here with an 8-player invitational. Here we go. Of course, shout out to those working behind the scenes, those working in Team Little Fairy alongside people like Saber and those others behind the scenes working on the Chicken King Grand Cup. This is an event that has been held quite regularly here over the past couple of months, I want to say. Previously, I believe it was last year, and just recently starting up here in 2025. Here we go. We have 8 players lined up. Exclamation mark B in the chat to have a look at the bracket yourselves as we quickly switch our teams over and catch up on the bracket itself. We have 8 players. We have 4 best of 3s from the top. We have Creator versus GuMiho in a PVT, Protoss versus Terran. We have, following that, Percival versus Dark in a ZVT, Zan versus Björn, and Lemon versus Ryung. Here we go. We got 4 Terrans, 3 Protosses, and 1 lone Zurich player as we are jumping into our first round of the broadcast. Now, this is a 2-day event. We have 8 players, 2 days worth of StarCraft. Day 1 here, we're going to be covering the entirety of the quarterfinals of the first round. Tomorrow will be the semis and the grand finals thereafter to crown our Chicken King. Let's go. What does that mean? Don't worry about it. Let's go. We're here to find who has the biggest chicken out of all these kings, baby. Let's go. Of course, when it comes to the prize pool, this is around a 600 USD prize pool tournament. All players will walk away with some prize money here. 300 USD to first place, 100 to second, 50 to third and fourth, and of course 25 for those knocked out in the first round. But here we go. We're jumping into our first series. Vitas are done, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Frostline, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss. It is Creator. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran. It is GuMiho. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat, as it is Gamba time for the next minute or so. Best of luck in the chat as we do embrace our initial best of 3. Now, when it comes to the format, these are best of 3s in the quarterfinals. Tomorrow is when we start the best of 5s. It's going to be best of 5 semis and best of 7 grand finals thereafter. So some big matches coming up ahead of us. Again, it's great to be featuring Dark later on this evening, just because we have not seen much of Dark, as again he is kind of slowing things down when it comes to his competitions, when it comes to his tournaments, as he is looking to go to the military later on here in the month of April. So we're kind of running out of events, and we're happy to feature Dark as often as we can, as much as we can, while we have him. Likewise this morning as well. Meanwhile, likewise, I haven't seen much from GuMiho. GuMiho, our Korean Terran here, also hasn't been the most active of players in online tournaments, whether it's the KSL, the Korean StarCraft League, or the War TV Monday, the European weeklies, the American weeklies. GuMiho just is not as active as he used to be. So it's great to see him here once again, and we'll see how he compares to Creator, who has been on that grind, who has been putting in a lot of work and efforts and competing in quite a lot of online tournaments. Here we go. For the time being, we do have an economic opener. We have a single gas in the main base for GuMiho, so he's going for a rack expand. CC on the high ground, so it's going to be an economic opener, but he's being a little bit safer here by going for that high ground CC to land at a later time to make sure he's safe and secure. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Creator likewise going for a standard opener, gate into Cybercore into Nexus as well. Standard opener out of Creator, more economic build here by GuMiho. And I'll be honest, I always love casting GuMiho. GuMiho is not a very standard player. He can play standard, he can play macro, but that doesn't mean he will. GuMiho, he very often does come up with his own builds, comes up with his own style. He's one of the few players that will play mech in a TvP. Not saying he will every game, but he can. He can, and it is terrifying whenever he does. Infamously, of course, GuMiho did whip out mech during Home Story Cup to take down Showtime to eventually win the entire tournament. And even in the months preceding that, so we did see more mech from GuMiho against Protoss as well. Here on Frostline, I'm not too certain if mech is going to be the ideal. The map is quite large, that is true, and on top of that, the bases are exposed, so it's going to be difficult to really turtle up if that was the style that GuMiho was going to go for. Speaking of styles, speaking of openers, we have our tech. We have a tech of choice from Creator. It is going to be a Robo. Here we go. So Robo-based opener out of Creator. From here, he can go for Safety Immortals, can go for the Observer first, can go for a Prism early on to harass across the map. This is generally a very safe opener out of our Protoss player. The reason why I say safe is because unlike a Twilight Council or unlike a Stargate, there's less avenues of aggression here available to Creator. With the Stargate, you can go for Oracle Harass or Phoenix Harass. With Blink, you can, with the Twilight Council, you can go for Blink Harass and Blink Aggression as well. Here with a Robo, you are a little bit less active, so we expect Creator to be the defender early on. Yep, there we go, early Immortal production. So early Immortals will keep him safe and sound. Meanwhile, Hallucination scattered across the map does confirm the 1-1-1 follow-up here of a GuMiho. Reaper attempts to go into the main base, but the last of the wall is solid, and we have the follow-up as well. So Robo opener out of Creator into Twilight Council. This can even lead into Charge. Doesn't have to go into Blink Stalkers, so Creator, he has options. Does have options. Likewise across the map. Medevac has arrived. Attempted drop here from GuMiho. Actually, never mind. The Medevac is going to be kept busy here. It is spotted by Hallucination, and GuMiho moves out real fast, real quick here with the first tank. We're waiting for the second, and this is a very early push out of GuMiho. Very committed. There we go. Does boost across the map. The Hallucination did see that something was wrong. Something is amiss. Thankfully, Creator is playing safe. Thankfully, he does have that Immortal, but is that going to be enough against two tanks? We spoke earlier about how quirky GuMiho can be, and this is one of those unorthodox timings here from GuMiho. He's going for the production, going for the main, the Cybercore. And with two tanks, he should be able to snipe it. Does make his way over. Charge is indeed on the way for Creator. Tanks, they will siege, and this Cybercore, I don't think Creator can save it. Yeah, the Marines, they do unload. First Marine, nice control, is going to be saved, going for the pylon. Yeah, Gateway gets C-powered. We do see Creator trying to come in from behind, get a full surround. We'll snipe the Gateway. Gateway does fall, Cybercore as well. Creator's going to try to commit. Oh! And the first tank is going to fall. Down goes the first tank, down goes the second. Creator will clean this up, but he trades. GuMiho snipes the Immortal. Immortal goes down. Stalker as well. Nice auto stepping here from GuMiho. Takes down the tech, takes down the Immortal. Star steps against those Zealots. Won't quite get another Stalker. No, he's going to try to, though. Oh! He's going to try, and it looks like he barely will. Yeah, Stalkers are cleaned up. Creator going for his third base, of course, behind this. And Creator, he will clean up this army. GuMiho has to get the hell out of here. Does rally across the map, but as it does settle so far, a decent trade here from GuMiho. Did cost him two tanks, but hey, he was able to snipe some tech and did snipe that Immortal. Likewise is not done. Orders hard here into the mineral line. Gets a probe. Gets a probe, heads towards the main. Of course, does confirm charge, and does get eyes on the bay. So he's where the Colossus follow up. As he gets 3 probes, not bad. 3 workers go down. Now, thankfully, Creator does have a third Nexus, so he's going to be able to replenish his workers quite well. But again, he is a main army, and his tech is going to be slowed down here. We do see Creator is going for a counterattack. The pressure is on Creator to do some counter damage. GuMiho currently has the greater economy, and behind this is going for a third CC. Third command center is on the way. Stim is going to finish up in a couple of seconds. The drop is coming in, and hopefully Creator pulls away in time. Oh! Totally pulls away! Oh my god. It does pull back, thankfully. We'll lose all his shields, but thankfully the Prism will survive. As Creator is deflected, GuMiho does keep dropping. He's spotted by the Observer. But last of all, we'll move out. Creator, he's aware. Should be getting in position. Now securing himself here towards the south. Securing his third. Yep, Stalkers are in the main. GuMiho, he does break out. He spots the Observer. He's aware. And again, this is not an all-in. He's getting his third CC, but this is still a very committed move out here from GuMiho. As the Waterman drop heads towards the natural instead. Creator does react in time, does pull away. Colossus pops out. Mind shot here on a probe. Just on the one. Likewise, we do see Creator. He does meet up with the main army. Does engage. He does force a siege early on. GuMiho not quite within range of the expansion. Water Shark gets thrown down. Colossus is exposed. He wants it. Sims in. Doesn't quite commit. Takes down the shield battery. And GuMiho pulls back. Whew. Pulls back. Pulls away. Meanwhile, Widowmine back into the natural. And again, GuMiho, he had no intention of committing into the expansion. Remember, he is not all in. He backs off. His third base is getting up and running. We're building up towards the mid game. We're getting there. Alright, getting there. Creator, he's secure. Getting another expansion. Working towards Blink, +1. Extendable Lance on the way. Likewise, GuMiho building up as well. Whew, okay. We can calm down. It's been an intense start here to the game. Now we can finally take a breath, take a moment. Mindjo comes back in. Creator, he does pull away in time. Whew. Calm down. Cleaning up the Widowmines. When it comes to GuMiho's army composition, he's very Marauder heavy. Very heavy on the Marauders. Likewise, Viking production has begun. That's going to be the answer to these Colossi. When it comes to Colossus counts, so far we do have 3 Colossus. That's a decent count here so far. It's kind of what we expect to see, but we have yet to really determine any additional splash damage. Gases have not been taken here at the 3rd base, so for the time being there is no second Robo. There are no Disruptors. Not yet. No Disruptors, no Storm. So these 3 Colossus are the backbone of Creator's army. And is it really going to be enough is the question. Creator is taking in towards a Dark Shrine, but here comes GuMiho. He's been building up towards his main army. Earlier, GuMiho was preserving his forces. He never really did commit. Did have the earlier advantage when it came to his pickoffs. Now does them in. Since 4, the Colossus are looking very exposed. Where's the support? Where are the Zealots? The army comes over behind. We do get a setup. We do set up a surround. Yeah, Colossus from every angle here. It looks like Creator, he will solo off this army. One Colossus does barely pull away, does fall, but the others, they just rain down on the Bio army, and Creator, he holds. Does hold on, chases down GuMiho again. The surround was ideal. I was concerned that Creator was just going to be broken then and there, but the surround was perfect for Creator. Blinks in. Ooh, takes out a full medevac. Very nice catch. GG gets called as GuMiho, he will lose everything, and Creator, he snowballs out of control. Takes game 1. Whew. GG. Creator does take a lead. Again, an intense fight, and GuMiho, I want to say, had a lot of momentum going his way. In a head-on fight, I was favoring GuMiho, but that wasn't a head-on fight. We had the flank, we had the surround instead. Colossus from multiple angles. With that, GG. GG, well played. Creator, he does fall off the army, and Creator takes a 1-0 lead. Let's go. Let us go. And game 2 is going to be on ley lines. Getting ready for that second game. As a reminder, this is a best of 3, so shorter series here. The pressure is on GuMiho to bounce back. Pressure is on. We'll see if he can. As we are going to be setting up. Just making sure we have all the caches involved. And again, we have that second game. Okay, so GuMiho, when it came to his early move out, when it came to his early push, I'm not too opposed to it, right? If you recall, GuMiho, he was able to snipe one of the Immortals. He was able to snipe the Cybercore as well, the Gateway, a couple of Stalkers. I'm sure maybe he was hoping for a little bit more, but overall did trade against Creator. Alas, part of what happened as well is the size of the map. Frostline is one of the larger maps in the current map pool, and we saw that GuMiho, he wasn't really able to make use of his momentum too heavily there. He was able to move out a couple of times, but for the most part, Creator, he was able to keep up with those move outs. He was able to scout them, spot them at a time, and keep up with the aggression of GuMiho. And here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of ley lines, we have the South Green Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, leading the series 1-0. It is Creator. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can recover. It is GuMiho. We go. So to jump into that second game. And again, the pressure is on GuMiho to bounce back, to recover, and to force the ace match. We'll see if he can. See if he can. So far, Creator, he does move out. Trying to get vision on his opponent, trying to get scout information. We can confirm only a single gas geyser, so GuMiho is going for a more economic build. Ranks into a CC. Last time it was on the high ground. Here we could see it on the low ground. Regardless, economic opener at a GuMiho. Despite the economic start, we'll keep our eye on him. Last game, GuMiho went for very early tank production into a tank drop across the map. I doubt he'll do the same this time, though. I'll be honest. I doubt we'll see the same build and the same opener. We could see him instead deviate into Cloak Banshee. True, that will be an option. Perp Scout does confirm the CC. But we could see Cloak Banshee. We could see more committed Mind Drop play instead. Early Cyclone, early Reacted Reaper Hellion. There are options. But now the Creator does pull away. Pull away, getting his own natural expansion. Building up. Meanwhile, bienvenidos is in the chats. I do see Psychons. I saw Werehog as well. Get that. Good morning, Gary. I did see you during the previous broadcast, I believe. Good day once again. Yeah, during the morning. Watching all the StarCraft. As we do have a Twilight Council open out of Creator, this is more standard, much more standard. As a reminder, last game, Creator went for a safer opener with the Robo into Immortal. Here, Twilight Council means a Creator can be more assertive. He can be more assertive, more aggressive. We'll see how many gateways: 2-gate Blink, 3-gate Blink, or 4-gate Blink Stalker. So we'll keep an eye on Creator. Meanwhile, Adept moves out. We do see a 1-1-1 setup here, once again from GuMiho. Faster Tech Lab here, opening up Cyclone. Checking the vision at GuMiho, he did scout the tech. He is aware of Blink. Did see the Twilight Council. But instead of the early tank is going Cyclone first. He can still go Cyclone into tank. He can go Cyclone into add-on swap. Meanwhile, GuMiho attempts to expand, but Creator, he's in position to delay. Here comes that medevac. And I'm most curious about what comes after this for a Cyclone. Oh, based on the medevac rally, though, it looks like it is going to be for the Marine drop. Still building up. Adept safe in the shade. Cyclone will zone these Adepts away. Oh, and that's going to be a kill on the first Adept. Meanwhile, yep, early tank production. GuMiho setting up for an early drop, for an early move out. Meanwhile, Cyclone, gets surrounded, takes a lot of hits. Takes a lot of damage. How many gateways back at home? We have 2 gates here at the natural. We have 1 gate in the main, so 3-gate Blink at a Creator. And GuMiho, I believe, confirms this. Yeah, he sees both gateways, so he's aware of all 3. He is aware. And it's on GuMiho to prepare back at home. Now, he will have his tanks at home to... No, he's just rallying. Okay, never mind. He does just rally across the map with everything he has. As a reminder, this time he only has 1 tank. Instead, he has a Cyclone to support. A heavier Marine count instead. So a different composition, but overall still aggressive. And he's spotted. GuMiho spotted by the Adept. Glaives on the way. Okay. That I was not expecting. The Prism. Prism gets locked down. Massive pickup. The Creator does overextend. It goes over the main army. That Cyclone did pay for itself. So the early Cyclone was fully worth it. And Creator, he's in a bit of trouble here. No Prism means no counterattack. Glaives is cancelled. Oh, okay. It looks like it was not meant to be Glaives. That's what was catching me off guard. Is going into charge. Which is more standard. It makes more sense. So Creator going for a gateway heavy composition. You can see he's waiting for the move out, but GuMiho, he backs up. Doesn't overextend. He enjoys his pickup. He enjoys his lead. Pulls away. As he's working towards stim. Working towards a greater timing. Creator gaining map control, taking his 3rd. Takes his 3rd base. Charge on the way, Immortal production has begun. Oh! So we say dip in. to move forward. And right now, the goal for Creator is just contain. It's not to move in, it's not to break the main base or break the natural, just to contain the Terran. Meanwhile, GuMiho is very well fortified. He's got 3 tanks nicely spread out between the bases. Stim is halfway done. And once Stim finishes, then he can push. Now, my biggest concern here, we're throwing down extra Raxes. We're getting to a 5 rack setup on 2 bases. We could have seen a 3rd CC by now instead of these extra Raxes. This may turn into a 2-base all-in. Scans ahead of time. We'll keep an eye on these Raxes. We'll see if GuMiho starts up add-ons. GuMiho is still securing himself. Waiting for those upgrades. Yeah, it looks like a 2-base all-in. Yeah, no add-ons. No reactor, no tech lab, no add-ons here on these Raxes. No 3rd TC, of course. GuMiho, he's gonna not just break out of this contain, but he's gonna commit. He's gonna commit hard across the map. Creator getting another expansion. Creator, was he have to defend? He does have some force fields. True, he does have some charges. +1 is gonna finish up in time. The Bay is delayed, so late Colossus production. Without splash damage, it's gonna be a tough hold for Creator. And here we go. Here comes the mass on siege. Here comes the push. GuMiho, he breaks out. It's going to be on Creator to slow this down as best he can. It's going to be on Creator. Creator, he does catch a medevac. Oh, barely not. Medevac somehow survives. Zealot's moving in. Creator trying to engage, but it's a little bit lopsided here, a little bit mistimed. Yeah, the army comes in too soon from behind. Does crumble. And GuMiho, he commits. He commits. He has a massive army. Still has 4 tanks. We can see Creator trying to catch reinforcements, so Creator gets caught out instead. And GuMiho, he's here. Now behind this, GuMiho, he does throw down a very late 3rd TC. It is late, but it's still on the way. And I still don't know if Creator can deal with this main army. Creator, you can see, setting up for a surround or maybe a counterattack. Probe's going to be going down. Auto turret popping up. Creator, he does bypass the main army instead. He's going for a counterattack. Creator almost overextending. Has to be careful. And Creator, he will catch some reinforcements. Okay. Picking up a Marauder, catching a couple of Marines. Zealots, they do head towards the mineral line. But GuMiho, he will break through that defensive line. He takes down the expansion. Takes down the Nexus. Creator, he trades well. Going to be reinforcing. Zealots, they get into the mineral line. SCV's going to be going down. We're going for a base trade. Yeah, the base trade is the only way. GuMiho, he busts into the natural. Likewise, Creator also clears everything up with the natural as well. What about the main? The main base, GuMiho is backing up some units. Meanwhile, the main base of Creator is empty. Oh, the boys! Oh, the tank! He gets 1! Let's go! The boys, they kill 1 tank. There's 3 tanks left. And Creator turns around. He just abandons trying to break that main base. He turns back around. Likewise, the main base of Creator under fire. Expansions are falling. Creator, he still has his center expansion and a base on the right-hand side. So Creator, he has bases. He's moving in. Suddenly, GuMiho has the high ground. Tank siege up. Missile here on those Zealots. Oh, and the tank flows are brutal. Yeah, massive tank shots of the Colossus on the Stalkers. 1, 2 tanks go down. Barely cleans up all the tanks, though. Creator, he's holding. Creator, he holds, he defends. At the same time, reinforcements, they hit that Nexus. GuMiho, yeah, he's done it. He takes down the final mining base here. Probes some of them to escape, but GuMiho still has a massive army. Reinforcements are coming in from across the map. Nexus goes down. Bottom right was cancelled. And Creator is down to 1 base. Down to 1 expansion. And Creator was the army. This 3 Stalkers and a couple of Zealots. Zealots are moving out. Creator just doesn't have much to work with. And it does feel like that the base trade or the counterattack from Creator, it took a long time for that decision to be made. Took a long time to commit across the map. Speaking of, once again, he bypassed the main army. Oh. Baits out the Widow Mines. takes out the mines. Collapses here on the bio. How about GuMiho? He will completely shut this down. GG gets called. GuMiho ties up the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. Let's go. We're going to the ace match. Creator, he had some good moments here in this game, 100%. But again, it does feel like the decision to go across the map, to go for the counterattack and go for the base trade, does feel like it was a little bit late. By the time the Creator was hitting the natural base, GuMiho, he was already going into the main. He was already pushing into the main base. He was already breaking the bases of Creator, so he had less warp-ins, less reinforcements, and unfortunately, Creator, he was overwhelmed. He didn't quite have the economy to, or the production to sustain himself, and with that, GuMiho comes out on top. And now we're going all the way to the ace match. All the way to game 3, and we have had some different builds, but something that has been constant throughout this series is the aggression of GuMiho. Game 1, we saw a double tank drop across the map on Frostline. Game 2, instead, we saw a tank cyclone push across the map, where GuMiho didn't fully commit, but he was able to catch some key units in the center of the map before building up towards, I would say, borderline 2-base all-in. Like, sure, he got a 3rd CC, but the 3rd CC never came into play, really. Again, never really got saturated or really became much of a factor. Came down to that massive army with 4 tanks, a massive 2-base push. And we'll see what kind of aggression we get here in Game 3 on Ultra Love. Let's go. The pros versus tanks was wild. I mean, it kind of, he did kill 1 tank. He did get 1. Shout out to the pros. They were amazing. They popped off, but here we go. Spawning in the right-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, being forced into the ace match. We'll see if we can bring it back. It is Creator. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran. It is GuMiho. Tying up the series 1-1. In a very chaotic game number 2, we'll see how GuMiho will approach this. Again, every game he has been hyper aggressive, but in a different way. In a different way each time. Meanwhile, for the first time this series, double gas. Okay, GuMiho, you have my attention. For the first time, double gas opener. With this, faster factory, faster starport, potentially even 1-base play. 1-base play is very uncommon in this matchup, and especially in the current meta of TvP. But we get to see it every now and then from players like Clem, from players like GuMiho, from players like Ryung as well, depending on the map. Typically, we see that on smaller maps like Whispers of Gold, for example, or El Dorado, or Ultra Love. We'll see. Keep an eye on our players. Now, Creator, he does dip in, does not confirm with the probe scouts. You can see he's in position here to delay the expansion. Perks back up the ramp. And Creator, he will confirm. Yeah, it does confirm double gas, does confirm faster factory. He's aware that GuMiho is going to be more aggressive. Now, with this opener, we can see Reactor Reaper Hellion. We could see faster starport into, say, a more committed mine drop, or we could see Cloak Banshee. True. We could also see something crazy if GuMiho really wanted to. Could go into factory, into second factory, into like Magville accelerators or something wild like that. We have seen GuMiho against the top Protoss players in the world go like proxy BC, which is out of this world, but true, I guess he has done it. CC on the way on the low ground. Now building up his Reaper Hellion. And no reactor. GuMiho does pull away. From here, we do see, again, because Creator did scout, did confirm the opener, safe play. Is going for the Robo once again, just like game 1. As a reminder, Robo openers are a little bit more safe. They're a little bit more secure. Does mean the Creator has less aggressive options, but ideally this means early Immortal production and can lead to early Colossus production as well, which is what we saw in game 1. With those faster Colossi. Hallucination dives in, confirms the 1-1-1, confirms that Allen's just now on the way. We saw that GuMiho did go up to 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. A pretty decent force here, and ideally if you commit this hard, you do want some economic damage. Speaking of, Creator, he's walling up. He's got his shield battery, stalkers, he has a force field as well. Oh. Speaking of, there we go, does force field the ramp. The army's locked down to low ground. And instead does settle for the sentry. Sentry does fall. Reapers, they dive into the main. Oh, the force field working against Creator. Does not go in. Probe's going to be going down, getting 1, 2, up to 3 probe kills already. Nothing major, but denied mining time. Damage is being done. 1 Reaper falls. They head back down to the low ground. Hellion is still alive. Oof. Getting another probe. And getting another. We're pulling away. 4 probes. 4 probes go down. And GuMiho even escapes with some of the army, with 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion. So a solid trade here from GuMiho. This was worth it. He gets a full scout. He confirms the robo. Meanwhile, we spoke about the options here for GuMiho. It is going to be Banshee. That was one of the options. Now, this is going to be vanilla Banshee. No cloak. No cloak here, so it doesn't need to. It's not as big of an investment. Likewise, Creator, he will not need detection to deal with this. But I believe Creator is currently in the dark. I did see the tech lab on the way. Could still be a Raven opener, to be fair. As the initial Banshee moves out, tank production already well underway. That's already the 2nd tank here for GuMiho. Into earlier stim. Let's go. Earlier stim at a GuMiho as well. Basically, we usually see a Raven follow up into another setup here, into an add-on swap, but no, we're going to be going for an add-on swap on top of the racks. So earlier stim timing here for GuMiho instead. It's going for earlier stim. Likewise, pumping out more tanks. Okay, going to be stopping at 3 this time. So 3 tanks are set. The initial Banshee doesn't commit. Not yet. You know what, Creator did open Robo, Safety Immortal into charge. If you recall, this is the same build that we saw in Game 1 on Frostline. This should lead into a Bay, into Colossus production. At least it should. Oh, never mind. Going into a Templar Archives. Okay. We do see Creator. He is mixing it up. Mixing it up here. This time, not Colossus. From here, we can tech towards Storm. Now, Creator, he does spot the move out. Now, remember, Stim is going to finish up earlier than normal. Stim is almost complete. It'll finish up just in time for this move out. GuMiho pushing with his 3 tanks. And Creator, does he have enough to stop this? Now, he will have charge. He has 1 Immortal. But remember, no Colossus. He's working towards, eventually Storm. Not there yet. We see Creator trying to be proactive. Banshee does hit the main. Oh. They do spot each other. Storm is on the way, and right now the end goal here for Creator is to buy time. To buy time specifically for Storm. Slow down the push to force the siege. Nice force field. Again, just slowing down the army. But GuMiho stims in. He snipes the initial Immortal. Doesn't pick up in time. Nice pick off here by GuMiho. GuMiho still moving in. Still pushing forward. Storm is halfway done. GuMiho may just have too much here. It's getting within range. Tanks lay siege up. They lay siege upon the production. Upon the shield battery. Cybercore is on the threat. Storm, it looks like it will finish. I believe there are 2 High Templar. Yeah, there's 3. 3 High Templar. They're in the Prism. Storm's going to be coming in, but is Storm going to be enough? Yeah, Creator with the attendants around. Creator, he gets supply blocked. Islands are falling. Cybercore as well. Oh, the Robo's within range of the tanks. Yeah, the Robo gets depowered as well. And Creator is trying to catch reinforcements. GuMiho dropping into the main, forcing out a Storm. That's going to be 1, 2 Storms. Nice bait there from GuMiho. He drops back in, takes out a High Templar. And Creator, he collapses on the main army. Comes in from behind. Zealous, they just get completely shut down. And GG gets called, Creator is broken, the High Templar for the Zealots, and GuMiho will take the series 2-1. GG. GG, well played. GuMiho, he will claim it. Again, a very nice setup there. It was on Creator to slow down the push, to try to keep up and try to buy time. He did buy enough time for Storm, but we saw that GuMiho, he was so proactive, he was so active when it came to hunting down those High Templar and forcing those Storms ahead of time, even sniping them towards the end. Really nice moves. We saw the Creator, he tried to surround, but again, it was too little too late. Likewise, it was so unfortunate that so much production was exposed. We saw those tanks, I was shocked to see, go within range of the Robo as well. The Immortal never came out. Never did pop. GG, well played. And with that, GuMiho, he will claim the series, and a Creator, he is knocked out of the tournament. Bearing in mind, this is a single elimination bracket. It is single elim. And GuMiho, he will advance on to day 2 tomorrow for the semifinals. Meanwhile, we're getting ready here for our next series. Vetoes are underway. Up next is going to be a ZVT between Dark and Percival. Oh boy, again, Dark, he is poised to enter the military this month, coming up in April, and because of that, we have not seen a lot of Dark in quite some time. Dark, he's now a lot more inactive. He doesn't compete in as many events, but he was invited. This is an invitational, and Dark did accept, so he's going to be featured here tonight against Percival. Percival, he's more of an up-and-comer. I say that Percival, he did retire for a time, but he came back in December, and Percival has been looking very impressive. Very impressive, especially in this matchup. We're going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll have Dark and Percival in a best of 3. See you soon, after the vetoes, after the small break.